Terry, and welcome to my channel, baby. Buy the dip. Well, guys, like I said in yesterday's video, if the stock fell 10%, I would go in and buy another 100 shares. Well, guess what? It didn't fall. It actually went up green again. Our man Uncle Smokey was right on the prediction. We went bull today. And you know what we do on bull days? We celebrate. That's right. Guys, I love everyone that tags me in with the Mad Dog, you know. We're making this bottle last, man. I'm about to go get me another bottle. So anyone got a hook up on the bottle? We're getting low of all this celebrating. But let's go ahead and start out that. If you got a drink, I don't care if you got water, soda, whatever you want to do. Like I said, I'm not a drinker, guys. But I do drink when I'm making money and I want to celebrate. So that's what we're going to do. We're drinking to making that money. So let's do that. Woo! That's the good stuff right there. But anyway, tag up your Mad Dog stuff. I love it. Love seeing every bit of it. Guys, real quick, got some great information in today's video, so let's get to it. The chart. We started here at $3.35 at 9:30. We shot up at a high of $3.64 today. Down here it says. And we ended today at $3.54. So if we go here from the beginning, drag that over, we're up 5.67% for the day, up 19 cents. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I want to see. These great bull days. Let's go take a look at the 5-day. What's the 5-day looking like? Look at that. From down here at the low at 288. We're up 23.96%. So let's say 24%. This here over the past 5 days, we're up 21%, man. So great things are coming. I don't know if we're in a bull trap or not, but anyway, I don't care. We're enjoying these great times we got going on. So let's go take a look at Fintel website. We got some updated numbers, and I'm super excited to bring them to you. Now, the short interest went up. 10.97% is the short interest to float. The short interest ratio days to cover is 1.84. Short interest of shares out there is about 19.4 million. It's about 19.5 million. The short squeeze score is 48.28. And this updated again. Literally when I was getting ready to do this video, the short shares were 0. But as you see, it updated 9 minutes ago and it's back to 10,000. So someone out there was losing money and they said, let me get my shares back. Let me just pay off the debt here and get out these 10,000 shares. But look at these numbers, guys. It is super low. I mean, there wasn't, now this here is, table shows number of shares MMAT available to be shorted at a leading prime brokerage. It's not the total shares available to short, nor is the short interest. But this number is usually a hell of a lot higher. And to see the highest amount of the day, we touched 0 twice. I mean, there was a time we touched 100 shares, 300, 400. That's crazy, guys. That means like they're trying to short the hell out of it. But guess what? We're still getting the green candlesticks and there's nothing they can do about it. If we hold what we got, we know what we got, we keep buying them up. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Here's something I did find interesting. This was updated 8 minutes ago. The short borrower rate fee, guys. This thing keeps going up. Check this out. When we ended yesterday, it was at 2.03. Started out here at 2.73. Kind of went down midday. And then boom, 9 minutes ago, it's costing them 2.66% to short the stock. I can tell you they're not liking that because we keep having these green days. Now, updated FINRA numbers for today, the 24th. It went down. You can see the FINRA makes up about half of the trading volume, roughly. Let's just say 7.9 million shares. Of that, about 31.9%, which means to tell me there's still some people shorting, but not near as much. If you look down below at some of those days, usually the 50 to 60% is about the average of shorted shares that are happening on the FINRA. You can see over here on the combined short volume between the FINRA, CBOE, and the PSX, it's usually 50-60%. You can see yesterday it went down to 47.73, and I think it's going to be in the mid-30s when CBOE reports their shorted shares. I think there's a little bit more fear of people wanting to short the stock right now But there still is people out there, as we say, a glutton for punishment. Now, I would like to see Ehor's updated short interest afloat on his S3 partners. So maybe we'll get him to give us an update to see what he says. Like I say, we do take the information that we get off these sites, for what it is. We can only report to you what we see. Now, that's the short interest. We go here to the short transactions. Now, as you know, it says right here, short sale transactions the last 7 days and value greater or equal to $5,000. So, went over here, and there's a good bit of them. Went over here and made the spreadsheet on Google, and we're going to scroll down here and take a look at the numbers. There's an interesting one in here. There's one that caught my eye, I'm not going to lie. So, the total short sale transactions for the 23rd, which was Monday, was 161 short sale transactions, guys. The total shares shorted, 541,827 shares. Oh, I spelled this wrong down here. But anyway, you guys know what I'm getting at. There we go. Total dollar amount of shares shorted. Get this number. $1,764,884.75. Now you may ask yourself, that's a lot. Yes, it is. But look down here at the charts. This is where I found it very interesting. I made a chart up of each column, one of the shares and one of the value. Now there is two that stick out. There is two of them on here you can see. There's a lot of them down in the averages, but this one here is our first one of kind of question. This person shorted 15,000 shares, and for them to short those shares, they spent $50,250. Right out of the gate, guys, right out the get-go. Now, here's the one that draws my attention. There's someone out there heavily shorting this stock at 30,000 shares. And how much did they spend to short it? $99,000 worth. Now, if they're paying that 2 point whatever percent it is to short the stock, yeah, they're not going to be happy paying that if the stock price keeps going up. Yeah, they're going to be paying like roughly 2.66%. I mean, depending on when they did this, I mean, at the beginning of the day, I mean, 2.73, it did get down to 2.06 at one point, but it shot right back up to 2.7. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on here, guys. A lot going on. So, I think they're paying in the mid 2s, 2.6s, 2.7s if they're looking to short that stock on $99,000. Woo! That can add up over days as they keep paying that. So, very interesting stuff on the charts here. Now, I want to go in here and talk about the buyers. That's right. So, let's go talk about, we got the buyers here. We do got BlackRock Variable Series Fund bought 7,300 shares. I think that is probably, it's a index fund. So I think that is someone through BlackRock actually buying the shares and hanging on to them. As we know, this is roughly about 45 days ago, give or take a few days. Also, we got BlackRock Advantage Small Cap Growth Fund, bought 25,000 shares. We got the Bright House Funds Trust, the MetLife Russell 2000 Index. They bought 23,000 shares. Now, I do believe this is a typo of $35.53 as the average price. I do believe that's a big typo. And we also got the Fidelity Small Cap Growth Index Fund, bought 13,000 shares. Now, I do believe of these companies buying these amounts, and there isn't no calls or puts, these are strictly shares. I would have to say that these are probably people actually investing in the company. Not saying they can't be letting those shares out the bar or short, they could be, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Now, I do have an update for you guys on this one here. The TIF Investment Group showing the weird negative 90,000 shares. If you see on my screen here, we have the question mark. I submitted in a question to Fintel because I got to get the answer, guys, and I got the reply back from the, I guess you would say the bot, that they received my question. They're going to have an advisor look into it and hopefully give me an answer on that, and we'll go from there. I mean, maybe I gave them all the information. If they don't understand my question, maybe I'll just take a picture and insert the picture, because it did have an option I can insert this picture, and maybe I should have did that, but maybe they'll understand what I'm asking, because it probably is a question that gets asked a lot. So keep that in mind, guys. I do have that going out. Now, I did see something interesting here on the Meta page. We do know that they got the Police Security Expo going right now in Atlantic City. Atlantic City is about 4 hours away from me, so not really far at all. But I did get a little excited down here at the TAC Ops East. And this is in Washington, D.C., September 8th, 9th, and 10th. We are at booth 210 demonstrating our Meta Shield laser glare protection. And it says law enforcement register here. So I'm wondering if you have to be a police officer to register. Now, I did look at my work schedule, and unfortunately, I do work the 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like I said, D.C. is like an hour and a half away from me, about 90 minutes. I would have loved to be able to go to that event. And I don't know if George is at that event, but I would love to have an opportunity. And unfortunately, I do work, and my schedule is kind of midday. I get off around 4 o'clock. I know my schedule is pretty much probably right with what I did see on the Police Expo. So, real quick, also, George has some tweets out. And I did see, I think it was James in here was replying back with the translated American version. I got to go back and check over that. But I wanted to let you know, I believe that James does have, yes, Jamie Vincent here has the translated American version. So you can go in and read his post if you want to read exactly what it is. I have to go do that. I just want to bring you the update. Here on the Metamaterial news, they do have a picture here today. Metamaterials at the Police Security Expo event, and has their exhibit hours. Tuesday was 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 3:30. Has a little robot out there, and they got the Police Expo. So that would be cool if anyone was there and they got pictures or video at the booth to see what Meta has set up there. It would be pretty sweet to see. They did comment here, would love to see some pictures of their setup. So if anyone got that, please tag me or tag Metamaterial News, MMAT News on Twitter, or Smokey, Sterling, any of us. We got to see it, guys. I wish I could get to that DC one, but man, the work schedule just isn't lining up, and it's so crazy. Like, George, are you going to be available after the event, or are you going to be there? Is George even there? I don't know. So maybe I'll have to do a post on asking if George is even going to be there. God, puts me in a tough spot. I wish I could be there. I don't even know if I was able to go, if I could even be in there, because it says you got to register and you have to be a police officer. So, of course, I'm not a police officer. I'm in banking and finance. So, yeah. That's all I got for you today, guys. Just wanted to come in here and celebrate popping bottles again. Pop them along. Take another sip for good luck. People's like Terry, keep the Mad Dog out because it brings good luck. So, the Mad Dog's out. Can we get 3... Not just green days, guys. Not just green days, but like amazing green days. Can we get more of those? That's what I'm hoping. So it seems like we're bullish right now. The market is kind of turning. I think there's a little rotation. Maybe the less fear of inflation is out there. So I think the market's kind of coming around. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, thank you guys for all your love and support. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.